Thank you for joining me today. My purpose here today is to inform you guys a little bit about social media addiction, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, so on and so forth, the symptoms, and to tell you that, if for some reason you suffer from these symptoms or you know somebody who does, to persuade you to try to implement some steps to help that person. It affects quite a few people these days. That's interesting. Some of the symptoms include checking Facebook the first thing you do in the morning, the last thing you do at night. For a lot of people, it becomes their life revolves around it, and they feel they need to report their every move whenever they do anything on Facebook. Work and sleep becomes secondary. It becomes a real time vampire where people spend time posting videos, talking to different people, and it's all they end up accomplishing. He who dies with the most friends. People who love to collect friends. There are people who have 2,000 and 3,000 friends on Facebook who, many of them they've never spoken to, don't know them from anybody. They just added them for the sake of adding. A lot of people say if you update your status more than 3 times per day that you may possibly be a Facebook addict. And a lot of people, since this isn't officially recognized as a disease, a lot of people doubt its validity, but I think it is a very real thing. And it's something that people need to try to keep in check in their personal lives. A lot of good consequences to it, and or bad consequences. I can speak to this personally, but you can lose real social interaction skills. You can become so dependent upon having that cyber cocoon that you live in, and you lose the ability to actually talk to people and socialize in a meaningful way. Hampered work and home productivity, house chores, time with your family, time with your kids becomes secondary. Strained marital or other relationships. There are people who have parted ways with their spouses because of it. Alienating coworkers could even result in a loss of employment. And I'm sure you've probably seen on the news several people have lost their jobs over things that they posted on Facebook. As an example, Gloria Gaston, she's a professor at a college in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. She posted on her Facebook status sarcastically one day, "Does anyone know a good hitman? Yes, it's been that kind of day." And she was let go of that because they construed it as a threat toward her students. Ashley Payne, she's in Barrow, Georgia. You may have seen that in the AJC. She was fired over some pictures that she posted on vacation holding up an alcoholic beverage because it was construed as a bad influence toward her students. And people post things like this and they don't think about it. It ends up having dire consequences. Some remedies that people can offer, which again, if you know somebody who suffers from this, help them out. Offer them some remedies. Take a sabbatical for a predetermined amount of time. Just completely turn yourself off from it, and it teaches you how to regulate a little more your usage of it when you go back to it. Delete your wall. You have the ability to hide things that you post from certain people, and a lot of people become hooked on the acceptance of people liking and commenting on the stuff that they post, and that's kind of what draws them into that world. Set an alarm with noise to meter your time spent on these sites so you don't overuse it. Set it for an hour, hour and a half per day per use. Don't post anything that you wouldn't be willing to tell your grandmother. Again, not to get into big detail, but I can speak personally to some of this. It can really cause you problems. And these are some things that people face, and that's why people need to be aware of this. And if you spot symptoms, try to help somebody out, anybody that's suffering from it. And if there are no questions, I thank you for your time, and thank you very much.